concerns right now about Russia's next move. A new classified assessment showing that President Vladimir Putin could be getting ready to expand his military push into Ukraine, with tens of thousands of troops stationed near the border. 3 towns could be the target. They would link Russia and the recently annexed Crimean Peninsula. This has been a fast-developing story throughout the day today. Our chief Washington correspondent, James Rosen, has the latest now from D.C. James?
Jenna, good afternoon. Sources are telling Fox News the number of Russian troops massed along the Ukraine border has increased from around 30,000, worrisome enough, to up to 80,000 in just the last 24 to 72 hours, and that this surge is what is occasioning the deep sense of alarm that Defense Department officials and U.S. lawmakers have been voicing in that period. NATO's Supreme Allied Commander Europe, U.S. Air Force General Philip Breedlove, briefed members of the House Armed Services Committee behind closed doors this morning, one of a number of similar sessions he is having on Capitol Hill today. Breedlove has warned for days now that the Kremlin could be eyeing a seizure of the Transnistria region of Moldova, where there is a large Russian-speaking population.
We're all concerned about what Russia is doing on the border of Ukraine, the size of the forces, and have a message that is not congruous with respecting the borders of Ukraine.
Meantime, Russian President Vladimir Putin is vowing to start a new credit card system for the Russian Federation, following moves by Visa and MasterCard to deny their services to clients of Bank Rossiya, which was slapped with U.S. sanctions amidst the Ukraine crisis. Meeting with senior Russian lawmakers today, Putin called the credit card company's actions too bad and said they are only blocking themselves from, quote, a very profitable market. And at the United Nations General Assembly in New York this morning, Western diplomats are hoping to secure at least 80 to 90 yes votes for a non-binding resolution that would declare illegal the disputed referendum that paved the way for Crimea to be formally annexed by Russia.
Ukraine deserves our full support in trying to persuade Russia to end its isolation and to move from a policy of unilateral confrontation and aggressive acts to a good faith diplomatic effort informed by facts, facilitated by dialogue, and based on law.
Finally, the International Monetary Fund has announced a loan package for Ukraine of up to $18 billion that would go to the embattled central government in Kiev. It faces a shortfall of $35 billion over the next 2 years. The U.S., the EU, and Japan are also pledging to contribute. Jenna.
A lot to this story today, James. Thank you very much. We're going to take a closer look at Russia's latest moves. Our guest says Vladimir Putin is aiming to restore Russia's empire. Katie McFarland is that guest. We're going to ask her about these new numbers we have about the Russian troops on the border and what really our next move could be. John?
It was a horrific